Hey everybody, it's Charlotte with the Wooden Wick Co. And today on Maker's Moments, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make melt and pour soap. Making melt and pour soap is super easy, fun, and perfect for beginners. I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step tutorial of everything you need to do to create the perfect bar of soap. In our tutorial today, I'm going to be using our cocoa mango butter melt and pour base. This base is 100% natural, no nasties, no toxic chemicals, and it's also 100% good for you. So this contains coconut oil, mango butter, and jojoba oil. These three ingredients have incredible benefits for your skin. They're moisturizing, toning, get rid of fine lines and wrinkles, and overall just help to replenish the surface layer of your skin. So to get started, you can simply just take the plastic wrap off of your bar, and you're going to want to put it into a glass pouring pitcher so that we can microwave it. When you are making melt and pour soap, you can either microwave it or you can use a double boiler. Personally, I prefer the microwave because I find it to be a little bit easier. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna microwave this soap in 30-second intervals until it's fully liquefied. When you are making melt and pour soap, you're not necessarily striving for a specific melt temperature like you do with candle making, but you're just looking for it to be completely liquefied. Once it's completely liquefied, that is when we're going to add our fragrance and our other fun ingredients. But without further ado, let's get started, and we're gonna start with microwaving this for 30 seconds. So here we go. Hey guys, okay, so my soap is fully melted now. I gave it a few 30-second intervals in the microwave. Okay, so this is fully liquefied. I'm just gonna stir it to make sure there are no hidden lumps in there. And it looks like it's completely liquefied. So now I'm gonna add in my fragrance and some fun botanicals. So the fragrance I'm using today is cashmere and vanilla. That's one of our fragrances from the Wooden Wick Co. This fragrance, like all of our fragrances, is phthalate free, and this one is also skin safe for soap. So this is a 1 pound block of soap, and this is 0.33 ounces of fragrance oil. So basically I'm going to be using about 3% fragrance oil in this today, and I'm going to mix that in thoroughly. So you can see I also have some fun botanicals here. I have lavender buds, rose petals, blue cornflower, and calendula petals. And then I have some of our pearl mica, so this is going to add a pretty shimmer to your soap. And I am going to add about a teaspoon of this mica to my 1 pound block. And I'm just gonna mix that right into my base. Again, that's just gonna give a nice little pearlescent shimmer to your soap. And then I'm also gonna add in some lavender buds into my mixture. Lavender buds, obviously very popular, used for centuries, and these are gonna give a nice little soft exfoliant to my soap. So again, just to recap the ingredients for what I'm using today, I have our cocoa mango butter melt and pour base. I used our cashmere and vanilla fragrance oil, added about a teaspoon of pearl mica, and then I just sprinkled in some buds directly into my soap, and then I'm gonna add some more on top once I pour this as well. So now that is all fully combined, I am going to pour my soap. I have our square silicone mold here, and I'm just gonna slowly pour into each cavity. Perfect. I have a little bit left over I will use for my next project. And now I'm just going to sprinkle some of these lavender buds onto the surface of my soap. You want to do this quickly because the soap can cool pretty rapidly, so add your botanicals right away to the surface. Put a few more Sprinkle him on. Beautiful. Okay, so with melt and pour soap, as soon as these bars have cooled, they are ready to use. So we'll circle back once these have cooled and I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay, so our soap has fully cooled and now you can see it's really easy to unmold. Simply pull it out and we've got this nice creamy white bar of soap that is ready to use. So that is how you make melt and pour soap, and again, I used mica and lavender buds in this. You can add any color micas, dried botanicals, or exfoliants to your soap to help customize them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel to stay in the know on all the latest makers, tips, and tricks. Happy making!